I bet you feel it now, baby. Especially since we've.
Hey y'all, it's Mai the Maverick and I'm back with another video. Okay, so today I'm gonna be talking about how I lost 50 pounds and I've kept it off. Okay, so I will be inserting pictures along the way, but I'm just gonna start off at the top. So around 2020, right? This is like when COVID happened. I was in college, out of state actually, but then I had to go back home because they're like, it's COVID, so like all y'all are going to be doing virtual classes. So around like November 2020 or whatever, or even before that, like I would have like gut issues or like acid reflux. And when I would go to the doctor, they would be like, oh, like take Pepcid and things like that. Until I actually went to a doctor who kept it real with me. And he's like, like you're overweight. Like, have you ever thought about just like getting on a good diet and like, going about things that way? Because like what happens is if like you're overweight, your gut ends up pushing up on your digestive system. And so you'll like burp and like, just like have a lot of gas. Like it'll come back up through your esophagus and things like that. And so that's when I started entertaining just like eating better, but I still, didn't know exactly how to go about it, or at least like what to eat and like how much to eat. And I didn't exactly seek for help. So, I would just do what I thought was right, and I still wasn't losing weight. And then one day I walked by Food for Less. I was just going to the store and this lady stopped me and she's like, hey, like, do you want to come for a workout at our gym? And I always seen those people working out and I'm like, child, like, I'm not trying to work out and I'm not trying to work out in a group. But something in me was like, this is all I got. Like, I was tired. I was depressed and I was tired. And I'm like, this is something I can do for myself. This is how I can invest back in myself. This is the one thing I have for myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to come to the free workout. And I ended up going. And, after the workout, I weighed and I was 188 pounds. Mind you, I'm 5'2". So 188 pounds is a lot for a girl of my stature. And I didn't realize how much weight I was actually carrying. Like I was in denial, And I would just like sometimes look back and see videos of myself and I'm just like, who cares? But deep down I cared, But so, after I worked out, I weighed in. She started telling me about like the diet regimen that people are on. So it's just like you buy, the products and stuff like that. And then you basically get your classes for free. So if you guys don't know, right, Herbalife, they have like a bunch of like nutrition clubs around the US, probably outside of the US as well. I think it's like global. And basically like you can find a nutrition club in like your community and, you buy your Herbalife products, you're on your plan and you get your classes there for free. So it's like the ultimate setup for success. And I was like, okay, like at the time I had a job. I was in school, I think, or like on a break from school. What is this, like December? I know I started officially like December 1st, 2020. So yeah, I was doing that. And it was like a no-brainer to me at that point. I'm like, okay, like a couple $100 ain't gonna hurt me to like invest into my future, into my health. Because like I just like was not having a good time. So I did that. I got on a plan. And the first month, I think I lost like 12 pounds and like 5% body fat. I have to look back, but something around those numbers. And I was like, okay. And before that, I had never thought about like how those numbers worked out, like how much body fat you're actually losing and like how does that compare to weight and things like that. But body fat is like the hugest thing. Like when you go to the doctor and you look at your BMI and stuff like that, like the fat is actually, you know, what makes you look bad in those genes. You know, it's what like contributes to the other like diseases and stuff that stem from, you know, being overweight or just like not having a healthy diet. So that's, well, in my first 3 days, I should actually say, in my first 3 days, right, I started on just a 3-day trial. I lost like 5 pounds. And the entire month, I lost like 11 to 12 pounds and a total of like 5 to 6% body fat. And then I just continued on after that. And by the time I knew it, like summer 2021 is when I like really started to feel myself. I'm just like, I'm dropping weight, blah, 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 and all these good things. So I'm just gonna point out a few of the things that really helped me like on the way, right? So number one is definitely just having a meal plan. You have to have a plan to follow. So whether it be Herbalife or not, like get yourself a plan of like what you're going to be eating. And honestly, these should like look like the same things. Like for me, in my opinion, it's easier to like eat some of the same things so you know the exact result that it's going to give you, right? So number one is your plan. Number two, right, is the gym. So just finding like whether or not it's a nutrition club, you know, getting that gym membership or doing like whatever it takes to get you like active is going to really aid in that. Like if you even just try for like 10,000 steps a day, you're going to see a result. So pick something that you're going to do and use to be active. I also truly believe in just like restorative days or like reset days. So, you know, even if you just work out like 3 to 5 times a week, I would say maybe 5 times a week. You know, that's definitely going to aid in your weight loss and just overall, you know, mood, boosting your mood. I would say number 3, right, is staying consistent. So let's say even one day, like you don't really follow the plan. That doesn't mean you give up, right? That just means, okay, like I had one, you know, cheat meal or meal that doesn't necessarily coincide with what's on my plan. You know, just keep on following up the rest of that day or the rest of that week. Just keep on, you know, following your plan or trying to follow as closely as you can. Never give up, because when you start giving up, you know, that's going to lead to that whole entire cycle of a cheat meal turns into a cheat day, turns into a cheat week, turns into a cheat life. That's not what you want to do. It's like every time you fall, you get back up again and you keep trying. Okay. I would say number 4 is just accountability. So with Herbalife, you also get a coach who like you weigh in with weekly, and you know, they just like keep you accountable for the goals that you set at the beginning of the journey. So at the beginning of my journey, I said, you know, I want to get down to what's considered athletic, or is it athletic, normal, or no, fit. What's considered fit for my age range of my stature and stuff like that. And so that's what I achieved at the end of that, you know, because women have a certain range for which body fat is considered obese, fit, athletic, things like that. So, you know, make sure to set your goal with your person. It doesn't have to be a coach. It could be a friend and things like that. And just make sure that people around you have the same type of goals, because it's very easy to get persuaded or influenced by the people around you who are like still eating junk and stuff like that. You're going to want to eat that too. It's going to be super hard to continue on and to be consistent. Okay. And then I would say number 5 is just to believe in the process. And that just goes with, you know, like, let's say after the first week or 3 days, you don't see the results that you really want to see. That's okay. Keep going. Literally just do not stop. Do not give up. Because maybe the second week, you're gonna be like, oh, wow, I lost 3 pounds, right? And so those like steps of progress are just gonna get you closer and closer to that goal, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I think trying is better than not trying and still wanting a result, right? So keep trusting that process, keep a positive attitude, and you're going to get exactly where you want to go. Okay. And so if you're interested in, like learning more about my plan or what I did, or, getting your own customized meal plan and things like that, definitely send me a message. I'm going to be putting the link to my Instagram actually below. So feel free to message me on Instagram. I think I'll also have like Telegram that y'all can message me on, or email is fine. So yeah, thank you for tuning in once again, and make sure that you're subscribed. Literally, when you subscribe, comment down below that you have subscribed, because I need to know like who's really part of my mob. Like I've hit 100 subscribers and I really want to keep going. Like I want to be so consistent on YouTube, and I want to know who's in my circle. So peace.